Yeah, it's AK time! Let's get into the review of the E&L AK104 PMC Model C. This is how I usually run my rifle, with some accessories and stuff on it. But let's strip the accessories off and get into the review. Okay, I got off all the accessories. This is the base gun of the E&L AK104 PMC Model C. Yeah, it's a pretty nice gun. When you pick it up, it feels good. It's really heavy. I'm gonna get back to that because it is heavy. And there's a lot of steel on it, and it really feels nice. But let's go through the rifle, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what I like and don't like about it. First, let's check the stock. You can hear it. There is a little bit of wobble. It's not too bad. You can see in the back here, it's a 6-position stock with this little indicating hole where you can see the position you're in. Yeah, it's a pretty nice stock. Big thick rubber pad here in the back, and we can take it off. Like so. Yeah, it's a pretty standard stock, and in here you have some compartments. I don't think this is supposed to happen, but it does. There's not really room for a battery, so I don't know if you want to call it a Skittles compartment. We don't really have Skittles here in Denmark, so I guess it's an M&M's compartment maybe. And there's a little bit of room here inside. Stock is pretty okay, even though it's not really one that I prefer. But here in the back you can see there's a end cap of the tube where you can unscrew it. But I can tell you there's not room for a battery, and I can show you if I take out the battery I have in it right now. I would have liked to seen some cuts right here, so you could use a stock tube battery, you know, maybe the 3-cell battery, but you know, it's not possible. You can see I can't get this battery in. It's actually the only 11-volt LiPo battery that I can find that will fit inside the rifle up here, because there's very limited battery space on the top here. This is a Swiss Arms LiPo battery with the dimensions 16 by 19 by 100 millimeters or so. So yeah, that's really that about the battery. I don't know exactly why they haven't put some sort of battery solution out here, because if they kept the connector up here and made another one out here, so you had the choice of using either type of battery, that would have been really nice. But let's put these things back together. Oh, now it is open. You can see the small fuse box up here, and a flat top gearbox. Yeah, it looks pretty nice, pretty okay. Steel plate bolts. You can check the hub up. I've I haven't really touched the hub up unit. Of course I've adjusted it, but it has stayed in place, so I see no need to tighten it up. So and it's a steel hub up unit, so that's pretty okay. You can see that on the inside here. Steel hub up, pretty okay. Yeah, or metal. I don't know if it's steel or not, but the stock, let's get it back on. It did come a little bit loose here in the lock, so I had to tighten that up because this little piece here was falling out. So, and also the QD mounts in the back. It's only the one on the left side of the gun that works. If I try to insert the QD mount on the right side here, it won't connect, so yeah, that's not really good. Up here on the stock tube, there used to be a little QD mount as well, but you know, the first thing I did when I was out playing the first game was I put a sling here from the tube, stock tube, all around my shoulder, up to here at the front, where there's no sling mount up here, so you have to mount one yourself. And after about a walk of 100 meters or so, it just came loose. The little QD mount inside here broke, so that's not really the best sign of quality, I guess. The grip feels pretty okay. I find it not very nice and comfortable. It's a saw style, machine gun style grip, and there's no flex or anything. It feels really good. Trigger, pretty okay. I do have some problems with magazines, getting different magazines to fit. I've made a separate video about it, so you can check it out on my channel. We got the scope mount here. That's also pretty standard AK thing, and it works fine. It has not come loose. It still is stuck in the position with no flex, no wobble, no nothing. So that's also pretty good. The body, steel. The top cover, steel. The barrel all the way out is steel. The rails out here, that's aluminium, and even though they look pretty heavy, they are actually not that heavy. I've taken the rails and the handguard off, and it's just, you know, aluminium weight, so it's not too bad. It's the rest of the gun that is quite heavy. So speaking of the weight, let's put it on the scale. Let's see how much it weighs. Let's get it to 0, like that. The base gun, 3.63 kilos, so that's quite heavy comparing to a M4. And a gun like that is not going to be ready unless you put on in a battery. So let's put a battery in it. Let's put a magazine in it. And we are up to 3.98 kilos, almost 4 kilos before you are running, good to go. But I don't think that's enough, so a 4 kilo gun, if you're gonna run around with it all day, you're probably gonna need a sling. You're gonna need a scope, or you don't need a scope, but I prefer to have a red dot on. This is a pretty standard AK mount with the EOTech clone. You're gonna need a front grip, vertical front grip, because the rails is very, very sharp, so you are gonna cut your fingers unless you do something about it. So I put on a vertical grip, some rail protectors, and you're also gonna need a mount for your sling in the front, so like that. And you're up to 4.8384 kilos. No, 4.8 kilos. That's almost like a light machine gun or something, man. That's sick heavy for a gun, and it does feel like a real rifle because of all the steel. But let's move on right here. Pretty stiff spring in the rear side, and it looks fine. You got this little lever to release your front handguard with a normal AK. On this it does not have any function because the front handguard is mounted with these little screws here. It's yeah, it's a little bit different way to mount the handguard, but you know, I had to tighten it up one time, and since then it has been firm without any movement, so that's okay. The barrel, steel, everything, all the way out is steel. If we take off the flash hider, you will see it's not the usual 14mm anti-clockwise, it's more like 23mm, I think, AK standard. On this I found some very interesting inside. There was like a metal sponge or something mixed with oil, a little bit of rust. So being a steel gun, that was the rust when I got the rifle, but you know, that's pretty cool. It's an AK, so, but you know, still, you need to take care of your rifle, and being a steel gun, you can give it a little bit of weapon grade oil maybe. Yeah, front sides, that's pretty okay as well, works fine. Now to the part I don't really like. Let's take a look at the rifle, and you use the barrel as a sort of a center line going all the way through the rifle. You will see that the stock tube is a little bit higher in the back than in the front. Not much, but a little something though. You'll see that the top cover is also a little bit higher here in the back than in the front. I don't really find that to be like true AK-ish, but you know, it might give you a little bit of extra battery space here on the top over the gearbox. So okay, I can live with that. But on the front, you will see that the front handguard is actually a little bit higher on the front than the back, and it's not parallel to the barrel. So that's really something I don't like, and it could be a problem, I think, if you're using a laser sight maybe, or maybe a small red dot. If it's not possible to adjust it enough, then it could be a problem. So the lines is like, yeah, all over, and I don't know what's up with that. So yeah, that's basically all I had to say about the E&L AK. Yes, there's one more thing. The selector, it's really it goes into the position very well, but when you're down here in the semi-auto position, you can move it down just a little bit, and if it's all the way down, it's not gonna fire. So that could be a problem if you're in the middle of a game and you just flip it down and you're not able to fire. That was just one more thing I don't like about it. But if you take the base gun without the rail handguard, that's in a wrong angle, and I don't see why you need this big stock actually when you don't have a battery in the back here. I would have preferred maybe a MOE stock, MacLeod stock, and some, maybe a fix to this angle problem here. Besides that, it's a pretty good gun. It feels solid. It feels like a real AK, and yeah, even though these are really sharp, I don't really like them, to be honest. The front, yeah, it's cool with a full rail system front, but it doesn't feel good. But okay, different tastes. Yes, one more thing, I forget all sorts of things when I do these reviews. Here in the back, on the stock, there's a little place where they have like taken a engraving machine and removed a little bit of material I don't know what's up with that. Maybe they got a cheap batch of stocks from another manufacturer and they have removed the different brand name. That's probably what has happened there. But yeah, besides that, it shoots pretty good. The internals works fine. This is a Generation 1, there's now a Generation 2 gearbox out, and with smaller upgrades, but the Generation 1 is still quite good, I think, and it shoots fantastic. So yeah, it's time to some sort of rating, a score for this nice rifle. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because it is a solid feeling rifle, good quality, but still with a few downsides. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my review today. I don't know what you think about the bandana thing. Maybe I look like a pirate, or maybe I look like a bad AK guy, or maybe someone's laundry washing lady, cleaning lady, something. Anyway, put it in the comments below, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you some other time. And until then, remember to have some fun, enjoy your day, and get out and play some more stuff. And I'll see you.